Welcome back, heroes and villains. Baseball's back in full swing after the break. Rich Hill, Dick Mountain, has officially tied Edwin Jackson with 14 teams total in a career. It's big numbers. 45-year-old, another big number, has been called up by the Royals. Another Gray Bush is making his return to the mound as well, and David Robertson, signing for the third time with the Phillies. This better be the charm. After having a very solid season for the Rangers in 24, the 40-year-old is back in red pinstripes. It's been 54 years since a walk-off catcher's interference occurred in the MLB. It's also how long it feels since Trey Turner hit a home run at Citizens Bank Park. The last time he did, Joe Biden was still president. That's crazy. In more Phillies news, JT Realmuto has the highest batting average in July in the league. Wasn't on my bingo card. Good job, JT. The Los Angeles Angels single A team may perhaps be doing the coolest yet weirdest promotion for a sporting event I've ever heard of. Nothing like. No music, no PA, nothing. A sporting event of just the fan sounds and the game sounds. Pretty incredible if you ask me. But nothing?
What do we get? You get nothing!
Also, they have free entry and outside food is allowed. That's crazy cool. I really respect that. That's fun. The Yankees are 11-17 versus the AL East this season. Shambles in New York. Just like their defense. Mr. Hardtag and Bedazzle Bags attempting to show some power he didn't have in the Derby. This time it's aimed at his head, maybe. Braves coach Eddie Perez and him got into it while Jazz was on third, and Eddie Perez potentially motions towards throwing at the dome piece. Well, Jazz, you reap what you sow. Christopher Sanchez is showing and putting MLB on notice. You forget about me for the All-Star game. Don't you forget about me for Cy Young. Don't you. I hated that I did that. Ugh. Also, last but not least, congrats to the father-son duo of the Clemens family. Roger and Cody have officially become the most strikeouts as a father-son duo in MLB history. Roger with 4,672 and Cody with 1. I will not be joining the boys on this show because I am on vacation. But please, if either of them act out, I want to hear them. Also, one big thing that happened in the world of pop culture that I really wanted to hit on because it hit home for a lot of people. Rest in peace to Ozzy. You'll be missed, but not forgotten. Rest in peace. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff, and as always, do what I'll be doing this weekend. Stay drunk.
What's up, and welcome to Drunks on the Pond, you know, the home of one of the better baseball podcasts here. Unfortunately, Richie Six Margaritas is off tonight. He is on vacation, and he has left me and Damon to fly this plane. God knows where this thing's going. Someone better call Carmen Sandiego, because this plane, we don't know where we're landing.
Okay, I think this is the first thing I want to start off with. Shane Gillis at the ESPYs making that WNBA joke was not that bad, because I guarantee you, if you would have made the same joke about some random MLB player being an all-star, and they just panned to some random dude in the crowd, people would do the exact same thing. Okay. All I'm saying is, are we getting to a point, guys, where the girls in the WNBA are getting more clicks than the men in the MLB? I saw a girl get, and it may, hey, any publicity is good publicity. I saw a girl get kicked out the club. It's one of the girls in the WNBA. They denied her entry. She wanted to be a streamer. They got that on stream. On top of that, she also asked Diplo who he was. Listen, man, before you address people and tell them to put that funky music on, know who you're talking to. That's one of the greats. Anywho, how I want to start that off. How you feeling, man? Have you've seen a lot of things in the news about the WNBA, but not much about the MLB. And what has been out there about the MLB has been talks about the lockout and the negative aspects of the game, whether it be people like Wander Franco, whether it be people a couple years ago getting locked up for the Tyler Skaggs stuff. It has not been good looks for baseball. So where are we, and how do we get back to America's pastime? Your thoughts?
Okay, damn, I like that. That was some heat. I'll give you that. That was good stuff. All right, how do we get back to the good days of baseball? Well, I mean, obviously with the Shohei Ohtani contract and the Juan Soto contract, one of the first things that came up was, all right, at some point we are definitely getting a lockout, and I know they gave them a deadline for when they want an offer in, and obviously, if it doesn't hit, then it'll end up in a lockout. I mean, we can't be surprised. Like, these are two $700 million contracts. And, you know, now they want a salary cap and they want a salary floor. And this side doesn't want a salary cap and this side doesn't want a floor. So it's like, all right, we all just need to take a minute and figure out what the hell to do next. Because if we keep going this way, then, like, are we really going to see someone make $800 million at some point? Like, are we going to see $1 billion baseball player? Is this really on the table?
I honestly do think it is on the table, and where I think people struggle with it is because, again, it's so confusing to me. People talk about baseball players being overpaid. It's because they hear these large lump sums of money. Go look at the NBA. I mean, I thought LeBron was paid with 50 something million dollars a year. Man, he's like eighth or ninth. I was like, what? He may be higher on the list, but he was still not number one. And I was like, what? There's a few guys making 50 M's. I was like, buddy, 50 M's? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not like, I don't know. I just say the way that I look at it is baseball has become such a dull and boring sport in the aspect. There's nothing that they could really do on the field that really gets people going, in my opinion. You know, they have all the antics and stuff like that, but I don't know how many kids, are doing the Soto Shuffle nowadays, and I'm not saying it's died out completely, but everything is a fad. And it's just, I don't know, I guess where I'm going with that one is just like, yeah, I'm kind of spaced out on it. Sorry, had a good one. Listen, hey, you should. Where's my co-pilot at, man? I'm sitting here trying to steer the plane. We hit some damn turbulence. My head hit the top. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to fly. I'm going. Oh,
I'm trying to see what the first class meal is. I'm trying to guess a couple plates. You gotta give me a minute.
Listen. This is where's six margaritas when we need them? Okay, he's demoted from six beers, dog. He went from six beers to I'm on vacation, I'm drinking margaritas and Margaritaville. Okay, listen, what tells Jimmy Buffett, Warren Buffett, Bruce Buffett, whatever his name is, it ain't time to rumble. It's time to get the captain over here and fly the damn plane, okay? Like, one's in the kitchen, one's semi-conscious getting knocked out, and you're just on vacation. I don't want you to be mad when you come back and we got scratches on the plane and shit. You can't be upset about that. Hell no.
Gonna fly this thing like Soul Plane.
Exactly, dog.
Put some spinners on these wheels and get it in the air.
Hey, I got my money from the airline. It's okay. I had to sue. That's how people ask me, hey, stat guy, how'd you get your money? I sued the hell out of Delta. I'm just playing. I don't need Delta to come after me. No. I want that smoke. I want that smoke. No. But, I repent, man.
But no, you do bring up a good point with baseball, though. Like, Soto, Like Soto's marketable, but like is he marketable on the Mets? And it kind of goes back to kind of All-Star Week for me. Obviously, Cal Raleigh is having a hell of a year this year. Dude is crushing baseballs. And then we get to the home run derby, and what should have been a swing off between him and Brent Rooker comes down to the millionth decimal point of distance for Cal Raleigh to win and advance. And I was just kind of like, dude, like, really? Are we really at a point where we would rather go to the decimal point instead of giving the fans what they want with a swing off? Like, who cares if Brent Rooker wins and eliminates Raleigh? This is what they want. They want excitement. Like, baseball does all this dumb shit and shoots themselves in the foot over and over and over again. I mean, good God, dude. Like how much more can baseball really do to hurt their own value, I guess, before someone steps in and goes like, all right, dude, we have a huge goddamn problem here. Like, this isn't just a little, like, couple bandages here, some Neosporin here. Like, this is, all right, someone get the gauze. Like, we gotta stop the bleeding.
I think there's conversations that need to be had. I think people do truly feel above the situation where, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Manfred addresses situations. I just remember when I was younger seeing Bud Selig's face a lot more, and I didn't want to see it. It just was there. He was doing something. And in saying that, it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, look, he lost my point I was going with. It's just I just look at baseball, dude. When you ask about like how much more can they do, it's like, I don't know. They work against themselves in every aspect they can. I mean, anything that was fun about the game, they change, and anything that may be potentially cool, they screw up on. The conversations, that's what I was talking about. The conversations that need to be had. I mean, dude, they're just not having those conversations. Like, there are certain things that Bud Selig would address, even though, may not have been something that he wanted to. He didn't feel like he was too high and mighty to address the situation, where I see a lot of times now, like how many times has Manfred come out and spoken about, John Fisher and the A situation? Like, how many times has he publicly made a statement about it and been like, yo, like, this is making us look really bad. Like, I understand you could be doing things behind closed doors, but like, there's, Jay, I can text you and say something, but then I say it on here and it's just like, oh, you called him out, because there's other people seeing it. People that may
Yeah.
not even care about the situation. They're just like, oh, that dude called him out right there. And people may start to care from it and may be like, yo, I'm with him. He's got a good point. I see it all the time. Like, people would get on bandwagons of things where it's like, I remember when I was younger, it was Team Jacob versus Team, I forgot the other dude's name. I think it was like Edwin, something
Team
like that.
Edward.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, bro, I was about to say Edwin Jackson. You know what I mean? Hey, Jacob couldn't catch him. You know what I mean? He was just dodging them with different teams. Listen, he was just moving too quickly for him. He was just, yeah, and look, I don't know if Jacob may have been the werewolf. I don't remember, but yeah, dude. Basically, listen, a werewolf could only move so fast, and if he's traveling states on you, you're gonna be tired by the time you pull up on him. And then you
Bro's
catch
gonna
a
be
90.
exhausted.
Exactly, bro. And then catch a 93 to the dome ski while you're trying to transform. You're done. You're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Could you imagine Jacob going full werewolf, going up to Seattle? He's like, I know they're playing the Mariners. He gets up there. Series just ended. Where's Edwin? Yo, they just flew to Boston, bro. First pitch is tomorrow night at 7. He's like, yo, what the f-?
Like, I don't know if you guys think I made a money or something, but damn, the studio's only got so much. Hey,
I'd be sick, bro.
I'd be so mad. Hey, can I like buy a plane ticket? Studio's like, dude, you're a werewolf. No, run. Can we like make a more realistic movie? You know what I mean?
I'd be so mad, bro.
Having to chase down somebody like that just to be exhausted and get pelted by baseballs when I pull up. Yeah, he may have a baseball bat too. What if him and his posse, jump me? What if I run up on him and they just pull out a bunch of bats, dude, and I'm just getting like pwned on by like 15 bats. No werewolf is taken. No, I don't think a bear is gonna. Bro, you take 15 bats to a gorilla. I don't think the gorilla's taking it. You say 100 men versus one gorilla. 15 bats to a
Bro,
gorilla's doomsday.
listen, all I'm going to say is that bird that Randy Johnson killed was probably having a great day until my man decided to fly a little too low and got his ass smoked.
And you know what's crazy about that?
What's that?
I've never seen a bird or anything like that disintegrate.
Yo, that bird disappeared. That was a magic trick. That bird got hit and all you saw was feathers, bro.
Yeah,
That bird was smoked.
I'm like, bro, because like the one thing you never hear about is the batters being like, oh yeah, dude, I got like bird on me. You know, like he wasn't like wiping himself off afterwards. Where did the bird go? You know, like was that ball traveling that fast that when it hit the bird, it like combusted the bird, like spontaneously combusted it, ding,
Like
and it's gone.
the bird straight up spontaneous. The atoms all came together at the perfect time and disappeared.
Yeah.
All that man left was feathers.
Bro, that's where I was like, because again, I'm just like, no, I do. And it was funny because there's some British dude talking about, baseball is a dangerous sport. And he's like, you guys may say I'm crazy or whatever. They're throwing balls at them. I'm not even going to do a British voice. I can't do it. They're throwing balls at each other. Yeah, but I wasn't even trying to, I can hear myself over there. It's just, hey, my favorite thing to you cronies watching, talking about, oh, he doesn't know anything. My cousin was a second round pick, man. What do you mean I don't know nothing? And he was the third in the family. What do you mean I don't know nothing? Just because I didn't play doesn't mean I can't coach, okay? Don't hate because you ain't great, bitch.
Yo, shout out Quentin for getting drafted. I saw the home video of my man getting drafted. I said I know he's there somewhere. Who is in the back there wearing a nice dress jacket and some plaid pants? I said, oh, he looks like he's going golfing.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, they say going fishing, I'm going golfing. You know what I mean?
I was dying laughing when I saw that.
Hey, listen, you gotta understand about the stat guy. I go golfing. One of the greatest. Listen, John Daly calls me, said, how many stoves you spark up before you go out there? I said, listen, I go through 4 cartons before I get through the first tee.
Woo!
He said, whoa. How many Diet Cokes you do? I said, dude, I do Dr. Pepper. Okay. I spent some time in Utah. They got a lot of Dr. Pepper out there. I'm a fan of Dr. Pepper because of it. I like root beer as well, but depending on where you go, they ain't got the root beer I like. So I said, I could settle for Dr. Pepper. They got it everywhere. Anywho, I drank about 2 gallons before I even start. I just pitch greatness. This is excellence, dude. I'm out there just going crazy. They look at me and they say that I'm the epitome of an athlete. I'm the epitome of greatness. And listen, you could look up Delman Young, you could look up Dimitri Young, you could look up Owen Young, you could look up Deanne Young, you could look up Whitten Young. But guess what? You can't look up Damon Young. And the reason for it, I paid so much damn money that you can't just Google me. Okay. That's how talented I am. Listen, multi-talented, born in 1999, but baby, I was there for the summer of 67 up in San Francisco. I had some flowers in my hair singing with Scott McKenzie. There's no one like me, like I'm a groover, time traveler, and when they ask where we're taking this plane, honestly, dude, we're just we're just cruising in the sky right now.
Bro.
Yeah, we flew past Paris. We were supposed to touch down in Paris. They said, why aren't we in Paris? I said, because listen, I might go to Australia today. I don't know how I'm feeling.
The worst thing they did was make me and you pilot and co-pilot and give us unlimited fuel, bro. We took off and we ain't landed.
And that's the best part is because like 6 beers has usually got like a great hole. We'll start veering off and 6 beers like, hey,
bring it back.
Yeah, hey, he's gone and we're just vibing. And the best part about it, dog, I'm vibing off water right now. Like this is just strictly vibes. I saw that. I saw it, Michelin. I saw you. I saw you.
Always gotta keep a water spare, brother. Always gotta keep a water spare.
Dude, that's where I'm like, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, they're sloshed. No, strictly vibes, man.
Strictly
Literally,
so, we're running on vibes and just straight up aura right now. That's it.
bro. They're asking us, is that the Himalayas? I said, listen, dude, I didn't study in geography class. They asked me what the big. I forgot what the system was. Basically, the answer to the question was the Mississippi River, and my answer to the question was the Pacific Ocean. So don't ask me for geography questions. I'm not the guy to go to.
All I'm gonna
Just
say
happens
is
that way.
somebody came up to the cabin and said, "Hey, aren't those the Himalayan mountains?" And I looked that man dead in the eye and I said, "Hey, isn't that seatbelt light on? Sit your ass down."
And listen, dude. We used to get paid more as pilots before they had the air marshals and on our plane. We just let that douchebag walk up here. Where is the air marshal when you need him? He didn't
Right.
flash a badge or nothing. So, like, I can't tell you if that was him or not. But, like, listen, damn it. What are you doing? You threw me off when you looked at him. I was looking at you like, what is he doing up here, dog? Like, does he want to put him up? I could tussle, listen, I could throw him over these aviatronics and I'll put him down. Okay. We may lose some altitude, but listen, damn it, I'm putting him in a nasty full Nelson. Okay. Schoolyard bulldog choke. Get him down. You know what I'm saying? That's the same choke that I put all them Bauer fans in. I get them like this, and whip them down. And then once they're on the ground, I start getting them with the nookie, and I say, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?"
Yeah,
They usually
yeah.
scream out,
Always gotta ask
"Bauer."
them. Always gotta ask them.
I got hey, up until they scream that I'm their daddy. I don't stop. I make the Bauer screams go away. And the funny part about it is, bro, I don't even hate Trevor Bauer. Like, that's the best part. It's like I have fun with this. I just don't like all the discourse about him, if that makes any sense.
That
Be how you are
I'm.
as a person, dude.
I think it's 100% fair because I don't. It's very rare that Trevor Bauer ever actually comes out himself and talks. I think it's more the people that he surrounds himself with that are the ultimate trash talkers. Because there could be a random dude in the MLB who just has one bad outing, and they're the first people who are grabbing his
Exactly.
stats and being like, "Oh, you know who could do better than this? Trevor Bauer." And it's like, he's not. He's the worst pitcher in the league he's in right now. He's not even pitching in America. He is pitching in Japan, and he is the worst pitcher.
You see a pause screen on my side.
You good?
You guys see a pause screen? Put a like in there. But
Trevor Bauer is the worst pitcher in Japan right now, currently. He got sent to the minor leagues in Japan because of how bad he was. And Trevor Bauer, as far as I know, didn't come out and say anything about it. But you know who did? The clowns that he calls friends, who are always on Twitter being like, Trevor Bauer can do this, Trevor Bauer was an all-star. There were a lot of one-off all-stars. I don't hate Trevor Bauer. I'm the same as you. I don't hate him. I hate the people that he makes company with. It's annoying. Anyone that's on Twitter or X, whatever you choose to call it, you've seen it if you follow baseball content, no doubt in my mind. It's unbearable to read. It's actually stupid.
It's just I think the hard part about it, dude, is some of these former athletes that were pretty ass cheeks when they played, talking about how good they were, and it's like, buddy, you were good enough to make it to the highest level. That's great, and I'll respect you for that. So I'm not going to sit here and say, I could beat you in a one-on-one. That's such a lie. But some of these guys, they're sitting here talking like they're 5-time champs. They're 7-time MVPs, and it's like, bro, you averaged 2 points in your career. Some of these guys that are talking about baseball, it's like, hold on. How are you talking? And you tell people, oh yeah, dude, I have 10 years of service time. And it's like, no, you don't. You were there for part of 10 seasons. Motherfucker, you got 3 years service time. Why are you talking like you are motherfucking Trevor Hoffman? what is your problem, dude? Like, and it's not saying, one's right and one's wrong, but it's just like, okay, listen, I can respect you for the realm that you are in, but don't make yourself bigger than what you are. Don't make your, like, there's a dude on Instagram, that mother that played for the goddamn Oakland Ballers and couldn't hit over 200. Get out of here, bro. You suck. But yet you got $250,000 because you got 250,000 followers because you know how to market yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. The that you're doing. Where has it been proven for you, motherfucker? Like, you're young enough to play the sport. Where is it proven for you?
The one person I want to bring up, you may know him or you may have a connection to him. I don't mean it's going to come off negative, which it kind of is, but I'm not like trying to trash the dude. Then Xavier Scruggs. Like I said, don't know if you know him. He was in the league for a couple years only. I was watching MLB Network, and they were promoting a podcast, and they're like, oh, it's this girl and former MLB player Xavier Scruggs, and they're going through all the daily baseball and all that. And I was like, Xavier Scruggs? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, and first thing I did was obviously hop on Baseball Reference, shout him out. And I was like, this dude was 27 for 114 with 1 home run and 14 RBIs. I was like, who is going to sit here and want to listen to Xavier Scruggs talk baseball? Like, really? With all these former players?
And that right there was what I was going to hit on, bro. I got, like, Rob Deere follows me on TikTok and on Instagram. Rob Deere. I was a home run hitter. That was a guy that played multiple years in the MLB. That's somebody they can holler at. Like, there's a lot of guys that you could, like, I'm thinking about that they could utilize that have had a career,
Yeah.
But you want to go a little step further? Go look at every MLB coaching staff, okay? Whether it's the hitting coach, pitching coach, bench coach, manager, whatever. Ask yourself, how many of those guys had full-on credible careers? When I mean credible careers, it's something that, like, I had somebody ask me, why isn't Jim Edmonds a hitting coach? I said, just what I've seen with people that I've worked with, these teams, they have a way of how they want to run things. You know what I mean? A way of how they want to coach things, because if you coach things a certain way, there's a certain desired outcome that you could get on the social media aspect, which, whether it be strikeouts, cool plays, or what's the big one? Home runs. So if you have people that are wanting, teach a guy to go like this, and you played, 15, 18, 20 years in the big leagues, and not a day in your life you hit like this, and you hit like this, you punch through the ball, you're not going to want to coach that. You're not going to want to sit there, because that's not what made you successful. Why would you go away from what's making you successful? And people talk about, well, the game is changing, the throwing harder, the do blah, 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 blah. Okay, bro. Like, and I don't understand. Like, I have a question for you. Just simple mathematics, okay? Simple geometry.
Okay.
If I'm swinging on a plane like this, okay? Because what they're teaching these people is basically, when you're here, that back elbow here, okay? That back elbow, it's giving you that drive, okay? Instead of just through the ball. All you cronies, okay? Take notes, okay? Show your kids. This is free, okay? When you go like this, okay? I'm popping my chest up. I'm looking here. If I'm swinging up, how the am I going to make contact with a 103-mile-an-hour ball that's just here? Or even rising on me? Am I going to? If something is rising on a plane like this, and my bat is coming like this, I have to be perfect on it. And if I'm like this, bro, chances are I'm not going to hit it. Stop. Everybody thinks they're Ryan Howard. Sit the down. Like, your kid sucks, buddy. And the reason your kid sucks is because you're having him do all these PVC drills. Get that out of here.
Like, I do find it funny that, like, like, pretty much like you said, like, we have a bunch of former MLB players who have had great careers just kind of sitting around, just, I mean, obviously enjoying retirement, but some of them do want to be involved in the game. Like, how have we not had guys who have had 15, 16-year careers as hitting coaches, assistant hitting coaches? Like, I know the Phillies at
you
one
want to
point.
know you want to know why? This is a simple. Like I said, they're teaching what they were trying to teach these players now isn't typically, you know, what's what they did, and they're paying these guys 300 grand. So if they can at least get a dude that played in the league 1, 2, maybe 4 years, a cup of coffee, even parts of 10 seasons, you know what I'm saying? That guy that played parts of 10 seasons didn't make more than 15-20 million dollars. He'd be lucky if he did. Damn it. So now
Absolutely.
you're telling him, and then you got to think about that 15-20 million dollars. Okay. Let's call it 20. You got taxes that's already taken out, damn near 60%. You had 9 million. Well, at that 20 million, you got to take out that 3 because you got the agent. Okay, so take out the 3 and taxes. You're left with, I don't know how much 3% of 20 million is. I'm sorry, guys, don't hate on me, but someone could do the math. And 600,000. So you take 600,000 off of that, so that's 8.4 million. Then you got to think about, okay, well, I want to buy my mama a house. Okay, that's 400,000 right there. Okay, then you got all your cousins asking for clothes. You got all your family member talking about shit they need. Then you just giving 50,000, 100,000. You buying stuff in the club. You doing all this. Bro, by the end of the day, you're down with what? 2-3 million if you're lucky. If you're lucky, because remember, they got multiple houses. Some of these dudes like to sleep around. They got multiple women. So they sitting here, they putting themselves in a bad predicament thinking the money going to last forever. So when a team comes calling with that 300, 500,000 to be our hitting coach, or I think it's like 150 to 300,000, they going to take it. And they going to coach whatever they want to coach because that's just the way that life is. That's where else are they going to make 150 to 300,000 guaranteed? And that's where I'm like, some of those guys look at that and they're like, bro, I'm not willing to sell out on my morals for 300 grand. I appreciate the offer, but that's not me.
So, all right, so I'm going to use this as an example because, I mean, obviously he's with the Phillies, and I know the Phillies better than any other team. So, Phillies hitting coach is Kevin Long. Now, playing career, so credit to him, he was drafted by the Kansas City Royals in the first round in 1989. As far as I can see, he never played Major League Baseball. Like, it seems like, yeah, so he pretty much spent his entire hitting career as a player in the minor leagues. This is a guy that is the hitting coach for a team that is going to the postseason, which is fine. No disrespect to him. He won the World Series in, 19 with the Nationals.
And he has 2 World Series under him. He has 09 with the Yankees, and then
Was he there with the Yankees?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So even more credit to him. He's got 2 World Series rings to show for it.
But I mean,
like, if I was a player taking hitting advice between 2 people, let's go Kevin Long, and let's just pull random out of the air. Let's go Joey Votto. And they're like, who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to the career minor leaguer who's got 2 World Series rings? Or the guy who played almost 20 years in the MLB and was successful for over 15 years? I don't know about you. I'm following Joey Votto. 99% of the time, I'm going to the former MLB player. The guy who has been on the biggest stage as a player. Not biggest stage as in the MLB field. Obviously, he didn't go to the World Series at all.
well, dude, no, but I get that 100% because I have a question for you. Are you going to your spinal doctor for a foot injury?
Yeah, see, exactly. No. I'm going to...
Like, bro, he may have been a doctor, but, like, again, this is the doctor I'm looking for. This is, like, there's certain dudes, like, I would have, like, guys that, because I play in tournaments and stuff like that, and there'd be guys that would see my last name on there. Look, oh, you Dimitri son? Yeah. Well, man, and try and talk to me about my hitting and stuff. And I used to make people mad because I'd be like, bro, where's your baseball card? And like I'd be like, yeah, they like give me your tops card. And once I get the tops card, then I could start verifying stuff for myself. But like, buddy, I'm not trying to hear your minor league pipe dreams and then you sit there and try and branch yourself on my success and talk about, well, like there's somebody out here, I'm not gonna mention his name, but people are gonna hear this story and know who I'm talking about, and it's amazing. Anyways, dude, so like when I first moved back from college, my dad was like, bro, just get a job and figure out what you want to do. So I was working security at Ross, dude, during COVID. Only place that called me back, and it was so gangster, dude, because like it was lit. I had to greet people and count how many people were in the store, and I managed to f that up, dude. How do you not greet somebody and forget they walked in, dude? Whew. It was hard. It was hard sometimes, you know? Anyways, there's a guy from this area who has very heavily branched himself, like his success, off of, what my uncle has been able to accomplish with himself. They're high school teammates. And, anyways, I'm going around the store. I'm, walking through the aisles, just cleaning stuff up before I go on my break. And I see a lady. She's on the aisle. I'm cleaning up some socks. And I was just starting a conversation with her. Long and short, we're talking baseball. I forgot how we got on the topic, but I just like talking baseball with people. She's like, yeah, my son is Ryan Braun's hitting coach. He's so. I was like, oh, that's cool. I know Ryan. My uncle and my dad both played against him. She goes, oh, your uncle and your dad both play? And I was like, yeah, my dad's Dimitri, my uncle's Delmit. And bro, her face melted. Well, she knew she was lying. Straight through it. Her son was not Ryan Braun's hitting coach at all. They're buddies, but like not really buddies like that. Like they work out together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's better friends with Plouffe. And yeah, that's where I'm like, it's because him, my uncle, and Plouffe played together in high school. Not in high school, but like on a travel ball team together in high school. So yeah, dude, that's where I tell you, there's a lot of people trying to sell those pipe dreams, and all I have to ask them is where's your Topps card? And it's kind of hard to tell an MLB coach where's your Topps card because he's in the MLB for a damn reason, and
Yeah.
that reason may be he's a Bill Belichick of coaches. That reason may be because they're trying to save on their spending. But that's where I'm like, I don't know, dude, because again, people want to talk about, well, the MLB is not like that. I'd go out as far as to go on a limb and say the MLB is very greedy in how they work and operate in their things. If they could save $1, they will. And we're talking billionaires trying to cut back on spending, or if
Like,
somebody's trying to go. Well, dude, there's a former athlete I was working with. We wanted to do a little project, and with the project, we needed the MLB's advice, and they said, well, we'll do an 80-20 split. Bro, we're talking a Hall of Famer. Like, we're talking a guy that's borderline Hall of Fame that people always say should be on the Hall of Fame, and a dude that is a Hall of Famer. We're talking I'll tell you when we're off record, but basically, we're talking, dude, like, yeah, like one of them. Like, synonymous, got a nickname and everything. If I said the nickname, you would know immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the MLB looks at him and says, that's cute that what you guys want to do. Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead with this, we could do an 80-20 revenue split. And hey, have you ever sold a personal item and had to give up 80% of the revenue you made off of it because you wanted to do something with the video that you used for what you did it with? Wow.
Hell.
Yeah, dude. So like, that's where I tell you, dog, like, it's, hey, it's crazy, dude. Our plane is just up in the air. We're just vibing right now. We're just out here soaring.
That thing's just going through the bright and sunny clouds. We're living, the vibes are high, the radio's on, the people are getting fed their meals, everyone's having a blast. And so it's funny, because I have a question for you.
What's up?
I was going through the top prospect list, and with Roman Anthony getting taken off the list because he's officially over the mark for games played, he's no longer considered a prospect. And once again, the Pirates have a number one prospect, and I believe his name's Connor Griffin. I'm sorry, shortstop. How many more top prospects can this godforsaken team have before they finally start to put something together, dude? How much longer? I mean, come on, dude. Paul Skeens, O'Neal Cruz, Connor Griffin, Brian Hayes was a top prospect. Brian Reynolds was probably a top. Like, how many more top prospects could you have before you look at the product and go, wow, Like, we could really build something here. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, they have the pieces. What the hell are they waiting for? Like, free agents are not going to get cheaper.
Yeah, what I think they're honestly waiting for is the development of some of these guys. Now, the development of some of these guys does come at the detriment of others, and that's what sucks. But like, a guy like Connor Griffin was drafted at 18, currently 19. He's in high A, he's plugging 298. I mean, solid guy, but you got to let him develop because you try and bring him up too fast. I mean, what if he's not ready for big league hitting? And that's just something I look at it as because I mean, dude, you got a guy like whatchamacallit, Tamar Johnson. They also have, and I mean, just
forgot about
you
tomorrow.
know, readily developing somebody like that to where when they do see the big league pitching, they are able to make an impact as opposed to some of these dudes that you see getting rushed to the big leagues, and it's just like pipe flames out, and then everybody's just like, "Oh, this guy sucks. This guy sucks." And people think it's just like something easy. You could just wake up and flip the switch. Listen. Again, to you cronies watching and sitting here, like, huh? Who is he? Go read the mental book, the mental game of baseball. It's a nice book. But like, put yourself in the aspect of being around 50,000 people that think you suck. That's not fun. That's like not fun at all, dude. Like, it's already hard enough when you're at the lunch table in middle school and all your friends that were your friends turned on you. I know we all have that feeling where they're not cool with you for 2 weeks for something that you don't even remember doing or someone said you did. And then the guy that made the lie on you comes up to you and daps you up and says it's all cool. And it's like, the hell did I do, dude? Like, what? I just got exiled. Like, I had to go learn what Magic the Gathering was for 2 weeks because of you guys, dude. Like, I don't ever DFA me, dude, and send me down to the complex league. Like, what the hell is this? You guys are paying me
So,
$40 million.
all right, so the one thing I do want to make clear, like, I'm not saying Pittsburgh's got to call this kid up, like, immediately. Like,
Real quick.
ahead.
Breaking from Jeff Passan. Mariners are acquiring Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks.
What? Are you serious?
Wow.
Josh Naylor's going to the
Wow.
Mariners?
That is
Holy damn, we're breaking news here. Obviously, it's July 24th on Thursday, but holy what
Wow.
did Seattle have to give up? I'm assuming just a prospect.
Let me see, because they were talking about it 2 days ago. Holy, bro, wow.
That's insane. Man, I'm trying to find it now. I can't find it.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Let's go to Twitter. There we go. It's not saying what they gave up, though. Wow. Seattle Mariners acquiring first baseman Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks. All right. So, officially 1 week out from the trade deadline, and the first domino has fallen, which I guess can lead right into a pretty hot topic with the deadline. I mean, like, do you see any crazy-ass moves being made this deadline, or do you think everyone's just going to kind of, like, grab, like, rental pieces?
As much as I thought Paul Skeens would have been traded, I really don't think they're going to go through with the trade. I just feel like people are going to want too much for Skeens, if that makes any sense. Like, we've seen his productivity, and people are like, yeah, Pirates going to sit there. We want your whole minor league system. We want 40 guys. There's one guy right here. And then give us like 55 million cash because we're going to go sign somebody. Who are you going to sign for 50? How are you going to like make, what is that 55 million doing for you? And don't worry about it. Like, that's where I'm like, bro, I thought Skeens would have been traded this deadline. I honestly did. I'm like, bro, what are they? They're a poverty franchise, dude. Sometimes you got to trade and know that you got something in the future. Like I said, some people's betterment is at the detriment of others. Some people getting better is going to hurt other people. And that's okay, sweetheart. That's okay. But you got to get rid of him. And I'm telling you, I don't know why, but I thought Paul Skeens would have been in some massive package deal where they're like, listen, we've never seen a trade like this. We're never going to see it happen again. I don't see a team giving up, 5-6 prospects for him. I don't know.
So I'll make 2 quick points. So one being that I think it's crazy the Diamondbacks are being talked about as sellers, when just a couple years ago they had made a World Series appearance against the Rangers. Like, I don't know. It seems like for a team that's window has not been open that very long to all of a sudden kind of, like, I don't want to say shut it because they do still have, like, solid pieces, but, like, I thought they would be in the more acquiring mode. But with word about, like, Merrill Kelly being available, Zach Gallen being available, it's kind of like, okay, what the hell are the Diamondbacks doing? Because, and now they're talking about Eugenio Suarez being available and the Yankees going after him. It's like, all right, like I guess the Diamondbacks are just going to go back into a rebuild and allow the Dodgers and Padres to fight for it. Second thing was, I was asking,
what got you laughing, man?
I was asking you what could be like a big trade at the deadline for this year, and do you think that a lot of teams are just going to go for more rental pieces instead of... Yeah, no. But was Paul Skeens a realistic, like, option?
Bro, I honestly, yes. I 100% thought... Bro, I've seen crazier trades in the NBA where it's like, holy smokes, they actually traded this guy? So
Dude,
I'm like,
the NBA
Hey.
trades are unhinged. They'll send
that's what
like
I'm saying.
6 first rounders for some 7-foot white dude. I'm like, what? I'm like, trading first rounders is a sin. Trading 7 of them? What are we doing here? Like, basketball trades are insane. They make 0 sense, and they rarely ever pan out for the team that's giving up everything.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where I thought, because, dude, I would see it pop up on ESPN, people talking about it, and I'm like, I'd see it on baseball Twitter. I'd hit up some agents that I talked to, and they'd be like, dude, I could see Skeens getting traded. And I'm like, really? And they just thought it was going to be some massive, unprecedented trade that you know what I mean? Something that we were never going to see again. And I'm just like, the more I look at it, I'm like, damn, bro, I definitely would have been Y2K. You know what I mean? I definitely would have been like eating some canned soup in 2000, but like, I was a baby. I definitely wasn't eating canned soup. I was eating like mush peas and shit, you know? But like, that's where I tell you, dude, you're out here saying my thing was unrealistic. I'm just saying, dog, okay, fuck it. How about this? I think somebody's going to take a flyer on Justin Verlander. Is that more realistic, dude? Is that more realistic? You want realism. How about somebody's going to take a flyer on him and pay him $25 million next year?
Now that is the unhinged take I was looking for. We just hit a little bit of turbulence on the plane. The seatbelt light went on, you know, it kind of got a little shaky. We're coming back. It's fine. The feature movie Titanic is on. Relax. Watch the boat go down. We're all good. We're bringing it back. The plane's fine. We're safe. It's all good. So, spinning back to the Mariners getting Josh Naylor, Passan did tweet again. Left-hander Brandon Garcia and right-hander Ashton Izzy are headed back to the Diamondbacks. Don't know much about them. Obviously, it's 2 pitchers. Which, I don't know about you, acquiring 2 pitchers, like, what does that spell for Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly? Like, is this the end of them as Diamondbacks? If they're, like, do they not have faith in the pitchers they have? Or is this just kind of like an insurance policy?
Jordan Montgomery's hurt, right?
Jordan Montgomery's never pitching for the Diamondbacks again.
Yeah, but I'm saying they ain't want to give him up. They ain't want to find a way to trade a hurt man. Man, listen. Get him the hell off our roster. We ain't want him on our insurance. Nothing. We'll pay we'll pay, not that, damn it, we'll pay the contract. We'll pay you. How about this? How about I wire you his money and you could pay him out, but it will be from us. And you just keep him on your roster. Injury reserve him. You know what I mean?
I think go ahead.
I gotta see if there's ever been somebody traded while injured. Yeah, because that's just douchey. Like you showing up for treatment and they're like, "Hey, no,
we ain't working on you no more."
Your coach shouldn't have worked at the door. Your coach should not have worked at the door. I don't know why you're in here right now. Get the hell out, okay?
It's like, yo, you're no longer being rehabbed here, my man. You're going to Kansas City to rehab. Good luck.
Yeah, listen. We're not paying for your drivers or anything. You need to wait for the Royals to have that taken care of, okay?
I actually
You
do it.
can. Yeah, dude, because that is hilarious. Just like trying to rehab and they're just like, out of here.
Let's see. Yes, MLB teams can trade players who are on the DL. Alright, so let me see. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't know that. Max Fried was recovering from Tommy John surgery when the Braves traded for him in 2014. Didn't know that. Last season, the Cardinals traded Tommy Edman to the Dodgers in a 3-team trade with the White Sox at the deadline while he was on the 60-day IL. So, I mean, like, we joke about it, but it's actually happened. That's crazy, though. Like, I mean, it's a great call on the Braves' part, but, like, you see this pitcher has Tommy John surgery, and the first thing that goes through your mind is like, you know what? That dude would make a hell of a pitcher on our team. Now, obviously good for him because he made good and he got paid big time by the Yankees this past offseason, but like how do you talk your general manager into that trade? Like, yo, listen, I know he just got Tommy John surgery, but this kid has something that we could use. And he comes over and he deals. Like, that's incredible, man. Shout out to the Brave scouting department in 2014.
That's where I'm like, dude, I'll be honest with you. I could see how it happened. Dude that went and traded for him looks at the GM and was like, bro, I swear. Because Freed's a lefty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I swear he threw with his right arm. I swear that when he got the Tommy John, it was on his pitch. It wasn't on his pitching arm. No, dude. Hey, the GM's like this. Hey, we're gonna ride this one out, but if he's ass, it's your ass. You know, some Vince McMahon. You're fired.
It would have been 10 times better if they would have fired him on the spot, just to have Max Fried come out and deal. Like, this dude's like, I was the one that told him to trade. It's like, we thank you for that, but it's still your mess up.
Hey, he's at a bar. He's sitting there. Hey, you guys know, I was the reason Max Fried was a Brave. I traded for him because I thought he had Tommy John on his glove arm. Turns out he's not a righty, dude. I'm just an idiot. What happens? I get fired. They say I'm no good for the team. Look at him. Look at him. And they won't even let me in the facilities anymore. I'm like, I don't think it has anything to do with my drinking or anything, Sarah. Like, I think it's a lot to do with them just being a massive player hater on me. Because what is going on?
So, crazy question. So, I just looked up the Max Fried trade. I don't know if you did the same. But obviously, the Braves traded someone to get Max Fried. Take a guess, if you haven't seen it, on who they traded to get him. I'll give you a hint. The trade was with the Padres.
2014?
2014.
Yeah, I'm stumped. I wasn't watching baseball in 2014.
The Braves traded Justin Upton.
Wow, okay.
And
they fired his ass. Hey, whoa!
Bro,
What the?
Bro,
what the hell are we doing?
We traded who for who? He got what? Man, oh. Dude, I couldn't imagine. Like, I don't know. Like, I almost wonder if Max Fried was just kind of like a throw-in on the deal, or if he was the center. I truly wonder, because, I mean, it was 2 people from the Braves, and then 4 people from the Padres. So it was, Padres gave up a lot just for a rental Justin Upton, but damn, dude. That's how, man, I can't believe Max Fried's been in the league that long. It did not feel like he's been around for 11 years.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They took a huge flyer on him.
That is a big ass flyer. Like, you're praying that dude comes back from TJ and deals. Hey, go for him. It all worked.
That's what I'm saying. I'm still like, bro, the thought process of trading a vet for a guy with TJ. Yeah, like
That's insane. That is
yeah.
truly insane. So, I was thinking about this a couple days ago, and obviously I want to get your opinion on it. How does Rich Hill keep getting phone calls from teams to come and pitch, and Zach Greinke cannot get one goddamn call to strike out 21 batters and get to 3,000? How? What does Rich Hill have that Zach Greinke doesn't?
Dick Mountain. That's just huge energy right there, okay? That's just like vibes, entertainment. You're not having to worry about some 40-year-old dude sitting in the grass playing with the ladybug. That dude's showing up, showing out. He may give up 3 runs, but Dick Mountain is going to mow you down, okay? I'm just letting you know what I'm looking at, okay? You ever look at Uncle Rico and then you ever look at Napoleon, okay? Who are you going to sign first? And I'm calling Rico. He's got the confidence he could still humchuck that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Like,
Dude,
you can't look at the Colorado Rockies right now and go, all these guys are better than Zach Greinke. You can't do it. You can't.
Listen,
You can't get
but
three people.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't even think he's gonna get whatchamacallit. I don't even think he's gonna get that many 21 strikeouts in fucking Colorado, dude. You're asking yourself right then and there.
All
I mean,
right.
because
All right.
hold on, time out.
Okay.
Colorado's like dog years. Colorado's like dog years. One strikeout, 7 dog years. Okay, so like that means he has the equivalent of 21 times 7. He has to get 147 strikeouts in that mug. We working in dog years here, dog. That's what I'm saying. Hey, hell no. He got the extra workload. You got morale, dog team. Ain't nobody trying to win, and it's not like you can tank and you got the number 1 pick. They got a lottery now. What's the point of sucking? What's the point of being ass cheeks? I don't know. I really don't.
So I won't lie to you. I just saw one of the craziest things pop up on my screen here. It literally came down as an alert. It said Yankees Aaron Judge something retirement, and I was like, whoa. I was like, what? So I did a quick Google search. I didn't find anything. I don't know what it was. I'm going to keep scrolling through Twitter later to figure out what the hell is going on, because if Aaron Judge is just abruptly retiring, I'm going to lose my mind. What a wild goddamn week. I truly need this week to be over, man. This week has been far too long and far too insane for anyone's liking.
Dude, I am right there with you. And I mean, I'm trying to find some news involving Aaron Judge, but I have not found anything. So happy for that. Very happy he's not retiring abruptly.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah, I don't know. But as far as we know, Aaron Judge is not retiring. I couldn't see it happening in the middle of the season with... I'm pretty sure the Yankees are still in first place anyway. But that does lead to the next point. It's about that time. 9th inning, winding down. Time to bring in the closer. Jumping into final thoughts. And obviously we're going to start with the D-man first. D, what you got, brother?
Listen, everybody that watches this, I know I talk my bullshit. Hey, I am so very appreciative that you guys are here. I like to talk it, so hopefully I can spark some engagement with you guys. Notice that if you're very polite and cordial about things, people don't like to say anything back. Dog, you got any opinions, anything like that, please let us know. We have our Instagrams down there. Reach out to us. Thank you to everybody that has gotten us along the way. Truly appreciate you guys all. If you guys got your parents and your loved ones with you, give them hugs. Let them know that they're appreciated. And, let's just keep rocking out with baseball. We're in the midst of the season. We're on the back half of it. As much bullshit as we talk today, baseball is still our one true passion, our love, our one and only. You know, I had to kick my girlfriend out the house because I wanted to watch some baseball, and I don't even have a girlfriend, dude. You know what I mean? That's how serious it is. So I hope you guys are doing blessed wherever you guys watch it from, and I'll see you next week.
I like it. For my final thought, just also want to say thank you for everyone that's tuned in. Obviously, next week should be back to normal. Richie should be back from vacation. And as always, the boys are going to be back to talk ball. And hey, we may even putz around again. But as always, it is time to land this damn plane. We have reached our destination. Time to get the luggage and head on home to the missus. Thank you, everybody. And Z, I need you to do me a favor, baby. Hit that music. It's time to get the hell on out of here. Peace.
No.